one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This news comes to us from the News and Sentinel, where the case for the felony charge against Beverly Police Chief Todd Bumbleoff in relation to an alleged incident of domestic violence involving a 14-year-old family member has been dropped, and a special prosecutor has been requested to review the case. Now, retired Geauga County Court of Common Pleas Judge David Fury, who was acting as a visiting judge for the Marietta Municipal Court, dismissed the case for a fifth-degree felony count of obstructing official business against Bumbleoff during a preliminary hearing Wednesday afternoon. Marietta Municipal Court Judge Randall Jedlink did not preside at the hearing after filing a recusal on October 9th in Bumbleoff's case, stating he has a conflict due to the court having jurisdiction over all police agencies in Washington County and Bumbleoff being the Beverly police chief. Fury listened to information from Bumbleoff's defense attorney Rolf Baumgartel and Washington County Assistant Prosecutor Jim Schneider on Wednesday. While speaking with the judge, Schneider said he was not there to represent the state in the case, and Washington County Prosecutor Nicole Coyle confirmed Schneider was only at the hearing to give information. Schneider said Beverly Law Director Andrew Webster asked the Marietta City Law Director's Office to handle the misdemeanor charges. Bumbleoff has been charged with one first-degree misdemeanor count of domestic violence, one first-degree misdemeanor count of falsification, and one third-degree misdemeanor count of unlawful restraint in relation to an October 6th incident at his residence involving a 14-year-old female family member, during which the child alleges she was in a verbal argument with a woman at the house, and Bumbleoff became involved in the argument, tackled her onto the bed, and in doing so, he hit her in the face, causing her glasses to break and injuring her right eye. There was also a claim made in court documents by the Beverly police officer that responded to Bumbleoff's residence about the incident, with the officer stating he handled the call differently because it involved Bumbleoff, that's his police chief, and he thought the Washington County Sheriff's Office should have gotten the call, but Bumbleoff did not tell him to call the Sheriff's Office. He's not going to. He's the one being investigated. Bumbleoff was booked into the Washington County Jail on October 8th for the charges and released October 9th, according to jail supervisor Lieutenant Cody Tucker. Now, Schneider said the Washington County Prosecutor's Office referred the felony case to the Ohio Attorney General's Office for a special prosecutor, and the office said they would take the case. But there was no one present to represent the state at Wednesday's hearing, and according to Schneider, he had not heard from the Attorney General's office before the hearing. You guys reading this? He said he would understand if the judge dismissed the felony case due to no one being at the hearing to represent the state. I'm okay with you just dismissing it. Police chief. Both Schneider and Baumgartel agreed that if the felony case was dismissed, the Attorney General would still be able to present the felony case later on to the Washington County Grand Jury if they chose to do so. Yeah, right. Baumgartel told Fury the felony case should be dismissed, and he pointed out that he believed the process of discovery for the felony case could take months, and that the case is having a very serious impact on Bumbleoff's life and his career, this guy who allegedly assaulted this teenage girl, right? So I'm going to stop it here. I'm sorry. So this Bumbleoff, who's alleged to have assaulted this teenage girl, well, it's having an impact on his life. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Beverly Mayor Jim Ullman previously told the Times that Bumbleoff is suspended with pay until an investigation is completed by the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Fury, that's that judge, dismissed the felony case and pointed out that Bumbeloff is still required to not contact the victim because of the misdemeanor charges. He said one of the requirements for the $5,500 personal recognizance bond for the misdemeanor charge is that there be no contact from Bumbeloff to the victim. He also confirmed that even though the felony is dismissed, it can still be prosecuted later. After the hearing, Coyle confirmed that her office did request a special prosecutor because of a conflict of interest due to her office having routinely worked with Chief Bumbeloff on cases coming from Beverly. She said, "My request has been received and acknowledged by the Special Prosecutions Unit of the Office of the Attorney General." But she said she has not received final acceptance of the case from the Attorney General because they are checking for any conflicts of interest on their end. Now, Marietta City Law Director Paul Bertram confirmed that the hearing that his office may be handling the misdemeanor charges, saying Webster asked him to do so because Webster, being the law director for Beverly, could present a conflict of interest because the Beverly police chief. Bertram said the judge handling the misdemeanors would need to approve appointing the Marietta City Law Director's office as the special prosecutor for the charges, and he has not seen anything entered with the Marietta Municipal Court in doing so. During the hearing, Baumgartel asked Fury if he would be the judge handling the misdemeanor charges. Fury said he was not, or he was not sure, and would have to check, and that he had been called last minute to cover the hearing this Wednesday. Ohio Office of the Attorney General Press Secretary Steve Irwin confirmed the office received a request for a special prosecutor from the Washington County Prosecutor's Office. He said, "We're reviewing the case," and he clarified that the office has not accepted the case yet, and there is a formal process by which the court handling the felony would appoint them as the special prosecutor, and that hasn't happened yet. So, and it goes down from there. I will put a link. I put a link to every story that I do in the description box. But it just goes back and forth. You can read it if you want. They're going back and forth on who's going to prosecute this guy, who's going to be the special prosecutor, why they can't prosecute, who hasn't heard yet who's going to prosecute, who hasn't responded yet to requests of who's going to prosecute. You know, they're arguing over if they're even going to present a felony or who's going to prosecute the misdemeanors. And this police chief sitting back on vacation, basically suspended with pay, going, "Yep, it's good to be the king."